बोलिए सतगुरु महाराज जी की जय, सच्चे दरबार की जय. First of all, our hearts and prayers goes out to all those people around the world who have been affected by COVID-19 and have lost their loved ones to this virus. Almost all around the world, governments have placed an order for people to stay at home in an attempt to slow the spread of this virus. But while being at home, people are feeling a lot of negative emotions. People are feeling anxiety, stress, unhappiness. And given the circumstances, what is happening around the world, it is justified. But at the same time, negative emotions not only affect our mental health, but also greatly affect our physical health. At State University of Pennsylvania, a research was done last year. A group of scientists got together and they chose a group of people who they wanted to study. They wanted to see what behavior brings what type of change in their physical body. And what they saw when people were under stress, when people had anxiety, when people were unhappy, when people were afraid, and they were experiencing these emotions, their blood sample was taken to study what is happening inside of their body. And what they found out, when these negative emotions were experienced by those people, the inflammation level were very high in their blood. But when people who were peaceful or who were experiencing calmness and they were experiencing happiness, when blood was taken from their bodies and tested, what they found out, that inflammation level was very low in their bodies. What they discovered, that these emotions have great effect on our physical body as well. When there's higher inflammation in the body, what it does, it obstructs the energy from flowing within our body. It prevents the flow of oxygen in our whole body. And when we experience these negative emotions, not only it affects the mental health, but it affects greatly our immune system. And as you all know, in order to protect the body, we have a great defense mechanism inside, which is the immune system. It protects our body from all the foreign elements, all the bacteria, viruses that may enter the body. It helps rid those bacteria and keep ourselves healthy. But when we have these negativities, when we experience these negative emotions, it affects our defense system. It lowers our defense system. When our defense system is lowered, when our immunity power will get harmed, we will get sick very easily. And this time, you want to keep your immunity power strong and healthy, so we may be protected from this COVID-19. And the only way you can do that is to eat healthy and to feel good and happy and calm inside. Because whatever in this life exists, it exists only temporarily. Nothing is permanent in this world. Even our physical body, even our life, even our physical existence is not permanent. And even this virus is not here permanently. We will recover from this. We will get strong and we will move on in our life. There is a great story of a king who ruled a lot of land and a lot of people. A lot of intellectuals, a lot of scholars lived in his kingdom. So one day he called all of his scholars, all the intellectuals that lived in his kingdom to his court. And when they all gathered, he asked them that can they give him an advice? Can they give him a word, a magic word, a mantra, that when and if he ever in his life feel stuck in a situation where he lose all hope, that if he would read that or recite that, that he would be free from that situation. All the scholars, they thought and they gave their different answers to him, but nothing satisfied the king. In his kingdom, a great saint lived. So he went to the saint and he asked the saint, is there magic word? Is there such advice or mantra that you can give me which will help me if I'm ever stuck in a situation that I feel hopeless, where I feel no hope for my own life? The saint thought for a minute and told the king, come tomorrow and I will give you that. I will give you your answer. Next day, the king returned and asked the saint for his answer. The saint took out a ring and gave it to the king and said, O king, wear this ring on your finger at all times. And if in life you find yourself stuck, in life if you find yourself hopeless, if you find yourself in such bad situation, open the top of the ring and read what I have written inside. But do not read before that time, because it will only work once. The king wore that ring and kept that on his hand for a long time. Many years passed. Another king invaded his kingdom, and in order to defend himself and his kingdom, he took the army, the generals, and he went to the battlefield. In the battlefield, his generals were killed and a lot of his army was killed. But until the king is not killed or captured, the other side cannot declare victory. But before that moment arrived, the king fled from the battleground and he ran away. Because until he's not captured or killed, his kingdom cannot be taken over. While he was running away, he was hiding in a jungle, but he was seeing the opposite side, the soldiers from the opposite side following and searching for him. And time came, he hid underneath a bridge and he heard the sounds of the feet of the soldiers marching all around him. And he came to a conclusion that either I will be captured or I will be killed. But it is better that I kill myself than to be killed by the enemy. Because if he's captured, they will inflict a lot of pain on him. So he took out his dagger and he was about to cut his throat. Right at that moment, he remembered that a saint gave him something, that if you find yourself in a situation where you feel hopeless, read the message on your ring. So he opened the ring and he read something that was written in that. A magic, a mantra that saved the life of that king. And do you know what that magic word was? Do you know what that mantra was? When he opened it and he read, it was written inside, this too shall pass. When he read that, hope came to his mind and heart. And instead of taking his life, he waited underneath that bridge very patiently. After some hours, the army went away, and the king went back to his palace, gathered more army, went back and defeated the other king and saved his kingdom. This too shall pass was not only for that king. This is also for us. This virus is also not permanent. With time it will go away. Within weeks or few months, we will return to our normal life. We will go out and accomplish the goals that we want to accomplish. We will go out and do the things we want to do. But until that time, enjoy the rest. Enjoy the time that you have with your family. Strengthen the bonds with your children, your parents, your spouse, your siblings. Use this time to do something positive. And if you are happy, if you are calm, you will strengthen your immune system. You will strengthen your physical health. You will generate that energy which can protect you even from this virus. So dear friends, use and utilize this time. And if you're still feeling unhappy, if you're still feeling stressed, then reflect upon your own life. Is it because of the coronavirus? Or did you feel this way your whole life? This is your state of mind. Doesn't matter what situation you are put into, but you still feel negative. You still feel angry. You still feel stressed. You still have anxiety in your own mind. And if you will truly reflect upon your own self, you will realize whatever you're feeling now in this situation, you always felt that way. Maybe different emotions are being connected to different situations, but that negativity, that peace was never there. That calmness, that happiness was never there. So why not utilize this time to attain that state of mind? Sit with yourself, meditate, pray, contemplate on a higher self. Because what you are seeking, the happiness and the peace that you're looking for, is not outside, it's inside. Once a man came to the master and he asked the master, I have done everything in my life. I have all the wealth that I ever wanted. I have all the relations. I have everything that I ever wanted in my life. Yet, one thing that I want, I do not possess. And that is happiness and that is peace. And do you know the answer that Master gave him? He said, maybe you are searching the branches for something that does not exist and only exist in the root. If we take an example of turmeric, it is anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. It is very, very good for our physical health. But if you go to a turmeric plant and you search for those properties in the leaves and the flowers and the branches, will you find it there? No. You will have to dig the soil, go to the root, and that's where you will find the turmeric. And if you will eat that, your body will benefit from it. So if something does not exist in the branches and it only exists in the root, then it is better to dig deep and go to the root and find what you are looking for. If we want peace, if we want happiness in life, it does not exist in the branches. Branches are our senses, our desires, the thoughts that are taking birth within the mind, confusing us and creating that illusion that peace exists outside, that peace exists in the world, peace exists in wealth, peace exists in other things of the world. That is just an illusion. And searching for that in those branches, we will never find. Until we dig deep and go down to the root, only then we will find. And that root is your own heart. Enter this body. Go on a journey within. Travel in the depths of your own heart. And there you will find peace, happiness, and the truth, the reality of life. You will understand life from a higher perspective. You will know why you are here and for what purpose you exist in this world. So, dear friends, we possess intellectual powers. We feel we are smart. And using that smartness, using that intellect, we lived our life in a way to change the world. But what Sufi Saint Rumi said, he said, when I was smart, I tried to change the world. Now I am wise and I am changing myself. So let us put the smartness and our intellect to rest and let us become wise. And meditation is the way. Meditation is the technique through which you can travel into the depths of your own heart and discover what you possess right inside of your own body. So, this limited time that we have, let us utilize that time in a good way, in a positive way. Let us meditate as much as we can. Let us elevate in life. Let us utilize this time which we never had. When people came to me, they made the statement that I want to change, I want to meditate, but life is so busy, I have no time. Responsibilities, job, everything is so much that I have no time, zero time. But now, all we have is time. So utilize this time to meditate, to elevate, and to discover your higher self. So peace and happiness may establish in our lives. So dear friends, let us all sit in meditation. Let us all contemplate on our own selves. Those who have been initiated with Brahmgyan meditation, focus on the light. Travel deep in that light and let your minds and hearts cleanse in that light. Those who are not initiated and are listening to this spiritual discourse, sit down, shut down the senses, close your eyes, and focus on your own self. Bring all your attention from all around to your own self. Focus on your breath. With each breath, relax your mind, relax your body, and keep traveling inside deeper and deeper. But before meditation, please subscribe to the YouTube channel Divine Light World and visit the website divinelightworld.org. If you have any questions that you would like us to answer, please email us at info@divinelightworld.org and we will try to answer them. If you need any type of counseling, please visit the website and contact us, and we will try to help you as much as possible. So let us all meditate. Put your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Bring all your attention to yourself. Gather your thoughts. Collect your mind from all different directions and bring the attention to your own breath. Relax your body. Relax yourself. And with each breath, travel deeper and deeper inside of your own self. Continue meditating, and until next time, Jai Maharaj Ji ki to everyone, and thank you all for joining in. Continue your meditation, and we'll speak to you next week.